Hey, hello to everyone watching. My name is Greg Newman and welcome to another very special edition of Fantasy Express. The evolution of the CTN continues to progress, and I'm here today to share with you the latest upgrade the league has implemented. The city and team named Fantasy Football League no longer solely exists in the world of fantasy. I'm extremely excited to say that the CTN has branched out and has a website all of their own. If you go to www.ctnfootball.com, you'll be welcomed into the world of all things city and team name football. Let's take a look at what our new official hub has to offer. As you can see, our front page is where you'll get the most up-to-date news with the occasional headline of the hottest topics within the league at the moment. In this case, we're eagerly awaiting the dates of such events as our annual Honors Award Show, our draft selection show, the CTN draft, and the upcoming reveal of this season's schedule. Of course, we couldn't do any of this without our sponsor, Miller Lite. For great taste with less filling, there's only one choice. At the top left of the screen, you'll notice 3 lines. We like to call that the hamburger menu. Once clicked, you'll see a lot of navigation options. Let's start with the teams link. Here you'll see all the current teams in the CTN represented by their respective helmets. But let's take an even deeper dive. If you click on a team, you'll be shown all their individual historical and statistical information. Have you ever wondered what your overall record is? Or maybe your home and away record? Well, now you'll know! Everything from your division titles and playoff record to your team uniforms can be found in this location. Who can forget Fantasy Bowl 14? Those are some pretty snazzy duds for Liberty City, if I do say so myself. Now let's go back to our menu. Here you see that there's a link for your team's schedule. Once the schedule is released, it'll be easy to come back to this location to get a glimpse of what's on the horizon for any team within the CTN. Back to the menu. The next link will take you to all things made for the Fantasy Network. Would you like to go back and watch a video that might not be pinned to our group page? Well, you can find every installment of CTN Fantasy Express right here. This also includes our previous draft selection shows and CTN honors as well. Moving along, we're heading over to my personal favorite part of the website, the history section. There's a drop-down menu if you want to go to a specific section, but for now, let's take a look at the actual page. Everything you see listed here is historical. You can access past standings. You can see how the playoff system has evolved, and you can see our past champions. Let's take a look at our champs for a moment. You can scroll down memory lane and see some of the best teams to take home the John Burrow Trophy. Hey, how about those Croydon Cannibals? Haha! I'm just going to hit the back button, and as you see, we've returned to the history screen again. You will have access to past award winners and all sorts of different statistics over the years that are worth a look. This part here is incredibly cool. You can access past Owners of the Year recipients, see the most points scored by a team in a game or in a season. But let's take a look at who had the longest losing streak in CTN history. Who can remember back to when the Kalamazoo Bombermen lost an astonishing 14 consecutive games over the course of 2 seasons? I know Kalamazoo's owner, and most definitely their fan base does. The next 2 sections on the history page are probably my 2 favorite. All the articles that's been written for every team has been archived on this website. There's some incredibly funny and entertaining things to see once you click this link. Everything is organized by year and week, from the game previews to the recaps. Then, we have the teams that have passed through the CTN and left their mark one way or another. They may be gone, but they'll never be forgotten. Their contributions have now been immortalized in the annals of city and team name history with the construction of CTNFootball.com. As we head back to the menu, you'll see the About link at the very bottom. Here you'll find a quick synopsis of what our league is all about. Beneath this brief summary, you'll see the owners of all the current teams are represented. The CTN is only as good as the owners within it. The final 2 links within our menu are navigational links. The Facebook group page link is self-explanatory, as is the NFL.com homepage. If you want to quickly get to either page while you're on the website, this is the way to do so. Of course, throughout the season, there will be additions to the web page. A coaches section will definitely be added to the mix. And as the year progresses, I'm sure weekly situations will factor into whatever else is eventually included. In year 16, the CTN is continuing to move onward and upward with no signs of slowing down. No other league can compete with what the CTN has to offer. The effort to make this league the most interactive fantasy option remains at the forefront of our commissioner's goal. This is just the beginning of what's to come this year. And of course, when there's news to report, you can count on Fantasy Express to be the first to deliver it to the fans. For the CTN Network, this is Greg Newman saying so long for now. Please do yourself a favor and explore CTNFootball.com and all it has to offer.